One of the hottest topics this weekend was the release of Beyonce's video for her new album, Lemonade, which premiered Saturday night. If you missed it, take a look. We got a clip. Yo reveals that Jay-Z was unfaithful to her.
Y'all.
She does seem a little ticked off.
Yeah, she's running around smashing car windows, smashing windows with a bat.
She has since had a baby. She has since had much life since this. So is this a great way to sell a story, or is this what's going on?
She sold me.
Did she?
She sold me.
Talk
I don't like
about
to admit that I was home Saturday night, but I watched it live. And like at 9 when it was on, I did. I was tweeting about it. It was so passionate. First of all, you know, I adore her. Yes. I mean, she's seen her live, it's beyond. She's so passionate, and even seeing her passion, not just about Jay, but about her dad, talking about how she was raised and seeing video footage from her childhood. I mean, to me, she can do no wrong, and I will always be on Beyonce's side as much as I love Jay. No, you can't mess with Beyonce, I get upset.
I heard like all the hype about it. I started watching, and I'll admit though, at the very beginning, I was a little uncomfortable because I thought, ooh, I feel like I'm invading the personal space, and she's angry. If her husband did cheat, I don't know, but I'm watching this and I'm going, I don't know if I want to watch this, but I continued through, and it was such a beautiful journey. It was, and it's so...
What's the journey?
It's so...
What's the journey?
It really goes through marriage. I mean, if there were issues and problems, she goes through the anger, she goes through...
Also her upbringing.
And the redemption, the forgiveness
stages of
of it.
Death.
Yes.
Same thing, yeah.
But there are also some pretty other...
It is. Like
some pretty other heavy issues too, you know, police brutality, female empowerment, the infidelity, but this is the line that got me. I was nervous that she was going to have a divorce announcement at the beginning, but as she says...
Are you getting ready to do what I think you're getting ready to do? Don't do it, don't do it.
No, these are the lyrics. I can wear her skin over mine, her hair over mine, her hands as gloves, her teeth as confetti.
Wow, it's like Silence of the Lambs. I love it. I'm into it. I feel it.
Boy, I can feel it.
No, I have to throw to Michelle, because Michelle has the line of...
Well, it's good you didn't call me Becky, and I think you all know why I said that, because Becky with the good hair is causing some problems. Beyonce referenced this Becky with the good hair, who apparently Jay, we can assume, had an affair with. So it was like the talk of the internet. Rachel Roy, and let me re-emphasize Roy, not Rachel Ray, America, okay? It is Rachel Roy.
No, that's a real thing.
It's a real thing.
Explain why you...
Rachel Roy sent an Instagram out. Listen to this. Good hair, don't care, but we will take good lighting for selfies or self-truths always. Live in the light. Y'all, people do not like that.
What does that mean?
She was referencing that she may be this Becky with the good hair, and people were very upset. Hey, why would she do that is my big question. But, you know, to me, it's like the level of thirst there is like Sahara worthy. It's like very thirsty. I felt like she was putting herself in the middle of this drama that no one was even thinking about her.
How do you get from Rachel to Becky?
No.
That's a good question.
I don't know. Paula.
I'll explain later.
Yeah. I am Becky.
You're not Becky. Don't say you're Becky.
Well, I'm a Valley girl, and I'm, you know,
you're
like
a Becky.
Sir Mix-a-Lot, you know, like way back in the day, and I like big butts. Becky,
Well,
look at her butt. It is so big.
But why the name? Why the name Becky?
It sounds like a white girl, Becky, right? Isn't that,
Really?
That's how you reference...
Rebecca of Sunnybrook Farm like that? I don't get Becky. Where does Becky come
Just
from?
accept it, Joy. Just accept it.
It's a whole conversation that we don't even have time to have right now. But you know what? Let's move this along. And, you know, the big question that I have with all of this drama is, Beyonce folks, I'm praying you're listening. If you're going to go after somebody who you think has wronged your idol, get the person right. Don't go after Rachel Ray when you're trying to get a hold of Rachel Roy. because it makes y'all seem like you're not paying the attention that I'm sure you are paying. So just know, if you're going after one person, you know, do that, but get the person right, please. And don't start with me, because, you know, I'm not playing with y'all.
Yeah, but you know, the thing about it is that if Beyonce and Jay-Z, Beyonce, I call them, like Brangelina, Beyonce.
Right.
They're as powerful as the Clintons in a lot of ways, except with talent, obviously. You know, so people should not screw. Well, the Clintons don't sing or dance, as far as I can tell.
Joy, I'm sorry to tell you.
He's a dilettante. These are professionals. These are professionals. So I would not screw around with powerful people if I were you, whoever that little girl is.
Rachel Roy.
Yeah, Rachel
Not
Roy
Rachel
is a
Ray.
fashion designer. Rachel Ray just wants to make a
Rachel
sandwich.
Ray is trying to make buffalo wings, and the poor girl is thrown into the middle of this.
I was waiting for you to get to that.
She
I
is
was waiting
making
for you.
actual lemonade.
That's
Really,
right.
like, she's not in the... But how chic if it was Rachel Ray. How funny would that have been? Like Rachel Ray and Jay-Z? All right. Anyways, go on. It would have been hilarious.
All right.
Continue.
Well, what about Bernie and Hillary? Because, you know, Bernie supporters are saying Hillary's, you know, kind of bullying Bernie to get out of the race, and Hillary's people are saying that Bernie supporters is like bullying her just because she's, what the hell is going on? Everybody's bullying each other. What the hell?
Well, Bernie's bad-mouthing his people, and Bernie himself is saying things about Hillary that are not good for Hillary, and they're not good for the Democratic Party, because she probably will get the nomination, and then he's going to have to backtrack, and it just doesn't help. That's all.
It doesn't help, but you think about some of her surrogates earlier on that she didn't disavow. Gloria Steinem, and you had Madeleine
didn't
Albright.
disavow them.
She didn't really.
What
She
did
said,
Gloria say
remember
about it?
when they talked, here were the quotes, "There's a special place in hell for women who don't help each other," referring to those women that don't
That
vote
was not
for
Gloria
Hillary.
who said that.
No, that
that
was
was
Madeleine
Madeleine
Albright. But
Albright.
Gloria said, when you were young, you were just thinking, where are the boys? The boys are with Bernie. And she didn't really disavow. She says, we're getting offended about everything these days. Honest to goodness. I mean, people can't say anything without offending somebody.
Yeah, but that's not as bad as saying that Hillary is not qualified. Her judgment is bad. That you want her to be the president of the United States, you say she has bad judgment. That's not good. That's not good. Bernie.
Yeah, it's not good also to corner females in a corner and say you are not a feminist.
So
and
as I
support
said at the
women.
beginning,
Yeah.
nobody's hands are clean here. What is the solution?
To say hold hands and sing kumbaya.
Honestly, I agree. Or just to get through this election in a year. And what
I think we should
Circus.
It's just as crazy as it can be. Not as crazy as it's about to be when we remind you about our spring handbag sweepstakes. Candace.
You guys are going to love this one. Feast your eyes on this beauty, and do not forget that you have a chance to win this gorgeous Louis Vuitton tote worth more than $1,300. Go to our Facebook page and like us to enter by 5 p.m. Eastern time this Wednesday, not Easter. And tune in Thursday, April 28th, when we announce the winner. Good luck.
And we'll be back with more hot topics, because that's what we do. Go on now.
What's the most embarrassing item the ladies can't bring themselves to buy in public? Their shopping list of shame. Next.
You know, we are happy to report that there is some harmony, finally, on the Republican side right now. Ted Cruz and John Kasich agreed to coordinate in a last-ditch effort to stop Donald Trump.
I know.
From getting the nomination. Y'all are so late. This is so stupid.
Exactly.
What are you trying to do? What's going on here? Is it just a joke?
No, actually, it's not a joke, but it is funny, I have to say. No, but Ted Cruz is in Indiana, and he's telling the Kasich people to go out west. They're like actually colluding and working together. But I do have some breaking news. Donald Trump has a nickname for John Kasich, everyone. Are you ready? He tweeted, Lion Ted Cruz and 1 for 38 Kasich, that's his
a little
nickname,
wordy.
are unable to beat me on their own, so they have to team up in a 2-on-1. 1 for 38 Kasich.
Oh my God.
As
That's
long
the
as they
nickname.
stop them, they're happy. They'll have a broken connection.
Yeah, but you know, you can't. You know when the building is already burning?
Yeah.
And you're kind of watching it, and you know it's kind of dusting up, and it's just kind of that's where we are now. The building's already burning, and Mr. Kasich and Mr. Cruz, you know, you should have thought of this ages ago instead of kowtowing, which is what you did. So, you know, now you just kind of, you got to let the cards fall where they may, my dears.
Why don't they band together is my question, because
With the three of them?
All three
no,
of them?
that would be
Threesome?
great. That's a great.
Who would you
but
like?
I'm saying Kasich and Cruz, even though they
Yes.
don't agree with each other on all political fronts, if they're really trying to stop Trump, go together. Let Kasich, who's I think in third, be vice president, and Cruz or whatever, they'll figure it out, flip a coin.
Because the
and
votes
figure
that
it
one
out.
of them gives up could go to Trump, and that's what they're trying to avoid,
But
right,
I
Paul?
actually think that they wouldn't go to Trump. I think that people who are voting for Cruz or Kasich are over Trump. They're like the old conservative
Maybe.
Tea Party movement. My opinion
The Cruz
is
people could be Trump people. The Cruz people could be Trump
I just
people.
want a do-over. Can we have a do-over? A start-over?
That's the convention.
Just really, I know that is the,
I feel sorry
contested
for Republicans right now because
but
they
it's
got
a little,
nothing.
It's a bit of a circus, and it
sad.
bums me out. I got to admit.
Yeah,
Just
well,
does.
you know,
This conspiracy is like the, who killed JFK already. It's ridiculous. It's going.
well, but you know, and saying, you know, if you don't get the nomination, you're going to go away and nobody's going to see you again.
said that?
Donald
Trump.
said that.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, stop. Just if you get it, you get it. If you don't, you didn't. It's that simple. That's how everybody else has to deal
You
with it.
know what? It's typical, though, in a way, what you're saying. The guy says that if he doesn't get it, he's going to go play golf. Now, if Bernie doesn't get it, Bernie is going to help the Democratic Party. I do believe that. I think he sort of implied it over the weekend at some of the shows. But Donald is like, how American is he that he's just going to say, well, my people can too bad about them. I'm just going to go play golf, They should think about that.
He's not going to stay away. We're not going to be that lucky. If he doesn't win, we are going to still see him. He's going to have
Well,
a
he'll
new
be on
water come
TV.
out.
What would you
Yeah.
want him to do if he loses, Joy?
I'm just saying his constituency is relying on him to some extent to involve himself in the Republican Party to make his points
You started
clear.
all of this. Now you gotta-
start it up. You get us all riled up about we're going to build this wall or whatever the hell he's planning, and then he just abandons them. That's not nice.
No, it's not nice. It's not smart. But, over the weekend, President Obama took on the Black Lives Matter movement, saying, you're right to shine a light on injustice, but that after you shine that light, you have to take things to the next level. I'm paraphrasing. Take a look.
A few weeks ago, can't we just stop yelling? But it's to get to the point where you're at the table.
Yeah.
So then let's start talking and
That was really brave of
compromising.
him.
You can't start yelling at Putin. It's not going to work. For example, I was talking to one group of people, but he's a community organizer. He knows what he's saying. I'm going to miss him. Aren't you going to miss President Obama?
My problem with Black Lives Matter, obviously, I think it's a fantastic movement. It started in 2013 after George Zimmerman was acquitted for Trayvon. But, I don't know who's leading it. Like, who are the leaders? I tried to figure out, I think one of the guys who is leading it is running for mayor of Baltimore, if I'm not mistaken. But to me, there's not a clear figure at the head of it. So who are the people that he wants to sit down with?
But I think that is their strategy. They don't want one clear leader. And I know Oprah called them out on it, a while ago, that you need a true leader, like an MLK,
But
somebody to
Occupy
step
Wall
up.
Street doesn't have a true leader either. And then they all rose to the occasion for Bernie. So it could emerge.
Right. Anyways, I agree with Obama, though. I think that there's only so much a hashtag can do. You need to, go further.
Well, yeah, but you also have to figure out what the problem really is, because it's not just Black Lives Matter. This is much bigger than that. The fact that American citizens can be taken down, we feel, and I think white folks feel it, Asian folks feel, everybody feels like this could happen to them at any minute. And nobody wants that. Nobody wants that fear. Nobody wants to be afraid of the cops. So the conversation has to be between the police, the folks who employ the police, and the people who govern. Those three can fix this.
Well, the timing, I guess his timing is right now because there was rage, and now maybe it's time to come to the
there's
table.
still rage, but
Well,
it's the issue. Once you identify the issue, you can only focus on fixing it. You can't continue to be outraged. You have to focus on fixing it because outrage only spawns more outrage. I know we have to go. We'll be right back.
Prime time for sex. Get ready to set your DVR for the best shows to get busy to. Later.
Join us at the table is view contributor Padma Lakshmi. Hey, Padma. So Women's Health posted their list of the best shows to have sex to, including Scandal, Sex and the City, and Game of Thrones, which is fabulous because Nikolaj Coster-Waldau is here. He played Jaime Lannister. I'm going to sit all over him, but that's no. I'm going to sit on his lap. I'm going to sit on his shoulder. If I'm limber enough, I'm going to sit on top of his head.
Oh, no.
Are there any shows that turn you all on? That you want to have sex to? I don't know why you're doing the same two things at the same time. I'd rather pay attention to one thing, but that's because I'm old.
What are you talking about?
Oh, that's...
How can you have sex while you're watching TV? What's the point?
I see the point.
Some shows just stimulate the juices flowing and make you feel sexy or sexier than you
turn
did
you on.
before.
Yeah, it's like porn.
Yeah.
For me,
Has the same, isn't it the same thing as watching a porn film?
I don't know.
well, it depends on the show.
It's the point of it is to turn you on, though.
think so.
Right?
I mean, turn the news on because I get too distracted and I don't want to watch the TV. I want to enjoy the sex.
But if the show is good, it makes you forget about the sex.
That's right.
It takes me out of that romantic moment.
I agree with you. I'm not doing two things. I'm sorry.
It's different for me because I live in an apartment. I live here in the city, so I need to have the TV on so that my neighbors don't hear. So I go for shows like American Ninja Warrior that has a lot of applause. That motivates me also to be my best.
Right, gets you limber.
Yes, I like when people clap for me. I'm like, see, right now I'm getting very turned on, you guys, by the way. When you talk, like, oh my God, it does it for me. I'm like sick.
Is that all it takes?
That's all it takes, just a round of applause. So yeah, anyways.
There was
no distractions.
Was a show called The Walking Dead, which describes my sex life, basically. But seriously, The Walking Dead is one of the shows that turns people on. Why, you may ask? They said because it makes you feel that the apocalypse is coming, and it makes you feel closer to your loved one.
I think it's because of Norman Reedus.
Well, you have to save all of us, darling. What?
I think it's because of Norman Reedus.
No, that's not what it said.
No, but that's what it is. If that's what, trust me, that is what
Shows
it is.
won't get me in a mood, but a good book.
A book is good.
A good book.
Yeah,
I had to read the 50 Shades of Grey trilogy for
No,
work,
that was
for research.
stupid.
For research.
For research.
How lucky for you. They don't have an excuse.
I got pregnant while I was reading
You're
it.
joking.
Not like while I was reading it, but
I
like,
hope not
you know what I'm
for
saying?
your
Put the book down and...
But that book is about S&M. How does that...
Y'all are busy.
I don't know.
I know, do you have the Red Room, Paula? Like, how did it happen?
I don't.
Sometimes a good old classic sitcom is good though, because if you have kids and then they're not suspecting too much going on, and you're just
Very
and
Sex in the
you've
City.
seen it a bunch of times, so you don't need to watch it. So sometimes that can work.
Full House?
It also depends on the guy.
House?
Guys like,
I just said Full House. Please, not Full House.
why not?
I didn't even. I was talking like Seinfeld or something. No,
Seinfeld is on the
That
list.
grosses me out.
But Uncle
So is
Jesse,
Sex and the City.
people love Uncle
That is
Jesse.
my uncle you're talking about. No.
Listen, on Game of Thrones, there's a lot of incest.
no.
I'm just saying. Anyways.
No.
What? Okay. I'm gonna make a comeback right now. You know, generally, and call me crazy, but I always thought that when you went in to have sex, that's what you were going to get. You know, so that you would be turning each other on. Call me crazy. I'm gonna watch Seinfeld while I'm...
It's multitasking.
It is too many multitasks to do, especially when you think of all the things you could be doing. But you know, I like a good tea mug.
These are great, by the way. And I
thought you were going to say something else.
I noticed
That was such a good segue.
Thank you.
Let me tell you why.
Yeah.
So, like, you know, when I was growing up, tea was part of my life in India forever. It was the first thing you were allowed to make in the kitchen growing up. That's the only thing they would allow you to do. And I partnered with Tazo, and they have a lot of beautiful products, including chai and chai latte. Now, chai is actually the Hindi word for tea. It just means any tea.
Right.
But in Tazo's case, they're responsible for bringing chai to the mainstream American audience, and they actually mean it to be a particular kind of chai, which is sweet and spicy. It has vanilla,
I always thought
it has cinnamon.
I thought it was high.
No.
No,
That's on Seder.
Yiddish.
During Seder, you have pie. Yes, that means to life, by the way.
Okay, Becky.
And anyway, thanks to Tazo, I have a gift for all of you. You know, we're giving you all kinds of products and a carrot. So, yes,
Time. Oh, right back. We'll be right back.
He survived last night's Game of Thrones, and Nikolaj Waldau is invading Hot Topics next.
I've been like a Game of Thrones fanatic forever. And whenever the premieres happen, I just lose my mind. Well, I was working last night, so I didn't get to see it. But I'm going to tell you, one of my favorite characters, Jaime Lannister, is already on the warpath, baby. Take a look. Please welcome Nikolaj Waldau, baby.
This is wild.
Is my leg up? Listen, Gary.
I had this dream.
Whoa, what? Tell us all about it.
Which dream?
Well, just walking and you would be sitting like that.
Oh, how sweet.
Can I just say, I just heard that the previous segment when you talked about watching shows and having sex. What what's
Is that
going
disturbing?
on? Yeah.
People do it to your show. There are a lot of people Game of Thrones. Trust me. Okay, it's a very sexy show. But just own it.
You watch a show, you watch the show.
That's what I say.
Yeah.
Why are you trying to do too many things?
But then also but I guess the difference between men and women was also very obvious in that, because then the way you were talking about sex, and then suddenly, bang, chai.
We also love tea.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
We can multitask.
I know.
Yes, yes. Well, last night, why do you think it's taken on the kind
of act like people on the show.
Yeah.
All of us have these, we have our morals and our beliefs, but then sometimes our actions go in a different direction.
Yeah, your actions go in many, many different directions.
Right. I'm a huge fan. It's actually almost physically painful for me to look at you right now because you're so beautiful, but don't panic. Like, I'm actually physically in pain. Listen, I watched your character, Jaime Lannister. You killed a child. You have sex with your... I know you're married. I'm just saying. Why do you think everybody loves Jaime Lannister so much?
Well, I think... No, but I think if you had like one moment in your life when you did something really horrible.
Yes.
Just one?
Yeah, but just and then start the movie or the story about you that day. It's going to take a while before people realize, well, she's actually cool and she's okay, and there's reason why she did what she did. With Jaime, the sister thing, it's weird, but he actually loves her. Right. He really loves her, and nobody
She's also
does.
hot. She's also hot, so it's okay.
Yeah, and no, but I think you can still. I'm sure you've tried to be attracted to someone you shouldn't be attracted to. Right?
Sure.
It happens. Okay, I was dying after last night's episode. I know Jon Snow is dead, but I haven't accepted that he's dead.
Okay.
Dead. Is there a scenario where he could come back to life? I saw the Red Witch, the Red Woman, was prominent in last night's episode.
She was. Well, it's a good question, and you would hope that next week's episode will kind of give some kind of answer to that question.
Oh boy, that's exciting.
Oh my gosh, I'm
next
so
week.
excited.
Oh God.
So you've been married 17 years, right?
I have, yeah.
You have 2 beautiful daughters.
Yeah.
15. Your wife is gorgeous, by the way.
Oh wow, yeah,
15-year-old Philippa, and 12-year-old Safina. But I heard your youngest daughters, they're friends. Haven't really taken to you.
After the season 1, I was picking her up at school, and she was just 7 then. And I walk into the classroom, and all the kids yelled, "You push kids out windows!"
No.
And it turned out that the teacher was a fan, and he thought it would be funny if they said that. It was kind of funny.
He couldn't mention anything else. He had to talk about that.
Yeah.
Well, listen, you actually got to meet one of my favorite people. He makes me laugh. I adore him.
Yeah.
And Louis C.K.
Yes.
You're a huge fan.
I'm a huge fan. And that thing about sometimes I saw him at this thing, and I had to go and say, something.
Yeah.
So, and it went well the first 5 seconds, because I just said, "I love you, you're amazing, thank you." But then I made the mistake. I'm sure you've experienced that before when he's a comedian, and then I tried to be funny.
Oh, no. You're too pretty to be funny. You don't need to be funny. Like, I need to be funny. You don't be, no.
It was bad.
Just be you.
It was bad, yeah. Well, I don't want to go into it because that's going to be too traumatic.
Really?
Oh, can I mention Louis C.K.?
Yes.
Just say, I don't know if you heard of Horace and Pete. He did this show.
Yeah.
You got to watch episode 3 of that show. It's the most disturbing, amazing hour of television I've ever seen.
He's brilliant. Did you see Trumbo?
No, I haven't seen that
You
yet.
must see it. He is spectacular in
didn't even know
Trumbo.
he was
Oh,
in it.
no, he's in it. He's spectacular. Bryan Cranston, Helen Mirren. Great performance.
Now, I don't mean to, I feel like I'm actually now attacking your looks, so I apologize, but I do need to ask about your fitness routine. You've been on the cover of Men's Fitness, Men's Health. My question to you, are you just like on the set of Game of Thrones, like lifting dinosaur eggs, just like all day, all night, because you're very fit?
That's exactly what we do.
Is that it?
Yeah. There's a whole line out now. You can go online, you can buy these special fitness dinosaur eggs.
Oh my God, get into that. I'm serious.
Yeah.
Shark Tank that. But how do you, what is it like? How do you keep in shape? Like, I mean, you work hard.
Well, I work out. It's nothing crazy. I just,
all right.
Yeah,
Okay,
just work
that's
out.
good for me.
I have to ask you one more question because I think he would love to know this. So you grew up in a village that had 40 people in it.
Yeah,
in Denmark.
In a good year.
In a good year.
Yeah.
And you watched a film, one of the great films.
Once Upon a Time in
Once
America.
Upon a Time in America with Robert De Niro and lots of different folks in this cast. I hear that you say, in part, that's what made you want to be.
I always wanted to be an actor, but I think that's when I realized the power of storytelling in a way. The fact that I was in a tiny village in the north of Europe watching this movie about turn-of-the-century New York gangsters, and I had 100%, I identified with Noodles, Rob De Niro's character, and I felt every little bit of his journey. And after I was like, imagine that. I mean, I want to do that. I want to tell stories, and I imagine if someone one day watched something I was involved in and had that kind of experience.
Yeah.
Because, you know, all over the world, we have different cultures, different morals, all that. But at the core, we're still people, and we go through the same
And that's the beauty of film and television is we can tell stories, and sometimes we don't even have to speak the language, but we get what's going on. We love you. This is a crew. Yes. Thank you for coming. Please come back anytime. Thank you so much. Game of Thrones airs Sunday nights on HBO, and of course, as always, we will be right back.
Stacey here for the best Mother's Day gifts ever. Watch View Your Deal right after this.
Where they can come see you live.
Thank you. Wednesday night at the Upright Citizens Brigade Theater here in New York, 8 p.m. It's my show called Magic Mish XXL. I might strip. We'll see. And for ticket info, you can go to our website, and also I have links on Twitter, Instagram, $5 tickets. It's fun.
Have a good day. Take a little time to enjoy the view. Go see your show. It's funny. We'll be